She thought she was coming to court to discuss a plea deal. Instead, the judge uncovered a shocking detail that changed everything. What happened next left the entire courtroom stunned, and her freedom hanging by a thread.
What are we doing today on this?
Judge, we literally just got discovery last week. The state just made her an offer of 2 years. Ms. Faulkner would like to consider it and visit with me.
We got some issues here. We're going to have to take out. Okay. So I'm looking at, first of all, you are Kempa Rochelle Fontenot.
Yes.
Mr. Turk is here representing. I'm looking at the two cases, and they were indicted at different times. The earliest is an indictment 24 CR 2421. And it alleges that on or about October 13th, 2024, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the state jail felony of credit or debit card abuse by misusing someone else's Citibank credit card, it looks like. No big deal. Because Ocado when she went to wages, having to stop.
Yeah.
Still with Mr. Here's just Stephens.
Oh, thank you. Okay. That's the question I'm going to ask. Please fill it in. Back.
Perfect.
So police in that case, on that event, based on that event of October 13th, 2024, filed a probable cause affidavit on November 12th of 2024 after speaking with the defendant, who admitted to using the card, and then that probable cause affidavit was filed into the records on that date, and the defendant was indicted on December 11th of 24. However, after that meeting and discussion and probable cause affidavit was filed, again dated November 12th, 2024, after the police had interviewed the defendant. Apparently, thereafter, she goes and misuses a credit card on November 30th of 2024, which would have been about 2 weeks after she had met with the police and admitted to using that credit card. That is what is represented in 25 CR 645, where it is alleged on or about November 30th, 2024, she misused another credit card. These are both state jail felonies, which carry with it up to 2 years in the state jail on each case. What a surprise. I mean, what's disturbing is They caught you. They met with you. Thereafter, you do it again. You victimize another person just a few weeks afterwards. That's dangerous for people.
Judge, on the 24 case, 24 DCCR, the bond is $30,000. On the 25 DCCR, it's $5,000.
It's what?
5,000.
Yeah. See, it's like, what?
Well,
Yeah. So it's quite naturally you commit another offense after you were put on notice, and they make a much lower bond subsequently. So it's obvious whoever did that must not have been aware of what the circumstances were, because that's preposterous. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. You have to pay a higher price for subsequent mistakes. That's the way the criminal system works. Otherwise, I mean, it would behoove people to keep making more mistakes. They get lesser punishment. That doesn't make any sense. Your bond is going to be changed on that second one. That is obviously an incorrect and invalid amount based upon the findings and what supports the evidence in this case. It's preposterous. And what happened was she goes out and commits the same offense again. And then it's 15% of the value of the previous bond. That doesn't make any sense. So her first bond is how much?
30,000, and on the 24 DCCR,
Your bond,
the second one, the 25 DCCR, it's 5,000.
your bond is not 5,000. It's 60,000 on that. It's doubled. It's doubled for the subsequent alleged bad behavior, which is exactly a photo image of what the police indicted you for, and what they investigated and met with you and discussed in the first case. So
Judge,
that's the rulings. That's the finding of the court. And you'll be taken into custody until you can post that bond. Plus, you're going to have a GPS device. Okay, that's good. And you cannot make any financial transactions with any credit cards or any other financial instruments except through the approval of this court. You're dangerous, and other people are being punished because of your actions.
Judge, are you saying she cannot use her own credit cards?
As long as they're her own, but I want to know, she's not charged with that. She's charged with misusing others.
I understand. I just want to be
That's
clear.
why we're here. Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a way to avoid that. Don't commit a crime. It's not a debate, man.
So
You don't get a lesser bond. You can shake your head all day long. You can shake your head all day long, but that defies logic and the law. That's what the ruling of the court is. Her bond is $60,000.
one case or on both cases?
The second one.
So it's 90,000 total.
Yeah. Yeah.
Judge, she's clearly here on an initial docket. She's been communicating with me. She's interested in her case, and the purpose of the bond is not to punish anyone, it's to make sure that they show up in court.
I wrote the article on that. I know what it is. Yeah. I know what the purpose of the bond is, but it's also for the safety of the community. Otherwise, somebody can who does terrorism can post a bond and continue to do that. But where is the logic in allowing people to commit subsequent crimes? I can guarantee that misusing credit card hurts the victim far more than it's going to hurt her, because they're stuck with an issue of dealing with their credit worthiness for the rest of their life almost. We all know the way that works.
I think everything was returned, Judge.
Nonetheless, it's in the system.
Well, the defense objects to that, Judge.
Yeah, okay. Your objection's noted, but her bond is now $60,000.
Not to finish.
What are we gonna do before, hold on. Oh, Kendall, let's take care of this, the hearing first, and let me finish this before we take her into custody, okay?
Really, she was asking, she was saying she had checked herself into,
Revive Recovery Center in May. Not for any other reason. It was before any of this had come about. It was strictly Judge Stevens knowing where I was headed, where I was going, and the behaviors that I was
I
committing.
don't understand what you're saying. Start from the beginning.
I checked myself. It's not anything to
You're not
make you
finishing any
feel like
sentences.
any type of way or anything like that. I'm just saying, like I've been trying to do everything that I possibly can to make sure I start going back in the right direction. Yes, I did start whenever I relapsed in November.
For what?
And
You're not
24
completing this thought.
And
For what? Do you have a substance abuse problem?
yes, I
Okay,
do, and I
okay.
did, and I've regained back control of that back in May whenever I checked myself in a Revive Recovery Center and inpatient treatment, and whenever I was in Orange County Jail, serving the time on my MTRPs, Judge Arkeen gave me a reinstatement on my MTRP, and I was just in hopes that since I was trying to do the right thing and I was headed back in the right path, that maybe
What were you on probation for up there?
I have in 2017 I
What
got
were you on probation for?
for credit card abuse and burglary of a habitation.
Okay. You're still, and so we're back here with credit card abuse?
I got
Is that right?
reinstated on. Yes, sir.
I think it was in about the same time as those judgment fees. I don't think they're,
Did the judge in Orange know about these new cases?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, that's her decision. That's not mine. She can do whatever she wants on those cases that are before her, but generally, people who are on probation for an offense and then or there's a motion to revoke file for committing the same type of offense, they're pretty much dealt with strictly. But that's so when did you go to the recovery center?
Checked myself in May.
Of what year? We're
Of
2000s.
last year,
25.
last year.
Yes.
When?
May of 25.
How long were you there?
Month and a half. The program can continue into 3 months, but I only did not continue the program for the 3 months because I had to report to probation.
Okay, so you didn't complete the program.
I did complete the program, the inpatient treatment. Yes, sir.
How did you do that? I thought you said you didn't.
No, the whole 3 months, there's 30 days of inpatient, and then you transition into sober living, which I did that as well. And however long you stay in sober living is however long you stay in sober living. That's up to you.
Okay.
Feels like she's completed the initial.
Okay, I want the certification of completion. Can you give me a copy of that?
She needs to be out to help you do that, Judge.
No, she's not going. She's not going to be released except under this court's orders. She's committing crimes while she was on probation, apparently, and while she had committed the same types of offenses.
Would the judge entertain leaving 30,000 for both instead of
The 60 for it's the one is revoked, and the bond is 60 total. It's total.
for both?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I do. I revoke and then I accept one bond for all of them.
Thank you, Judge.
But what was the substance abuse? What was the substance you were abusing? I'm sorry?
Opiates.
Did it start with like a prescription?
Yes.
Started with a prescription, Judge. All the way was.
And then what?
Started a prescription of Norcos for a congenital effusion.
And then what?
And then, after Norco, I guess the next thing that was available.
The story isn't over yet. Will her recovery efforts convince the court, or will her repeated mistakes lead to even harsher consequences? For the next courtroom showdown, unexpected rulings, and real-life cases that will leave you speechless, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update.